Well, hello, my beautiful Virgo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your bonus love reading for August 2020. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. Just to let you know, this is a bonus love reading, and some people have asked for a twin flame reading, so I will be doing that separately in the next couple of days because the energies are quite strong at the moment, so it may not even be until next week. But let's get straight to your love reading for August. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know with regards to love for August? Can you please guide them? What do they need to know for their highest good? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I'm truly grateful. I'm ready to receive any messages you would like to give my beautiful Virgo for their love situation in August. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? Ooh, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. For those of you who are new to my channel, I take jumpers from the pack. I do not choose the cards, as I believe that is my energy and not the message you're meant to receive. Everyone is different. There is no right or wrong way. So please bear with me. You may want to fast forward those moments. I will not rush the messages. Okay, so my beautiful Virgo, to start with, we have release your ex. Okay, the time has come to clear your energy. Now, interesting energy I'm getting from here. You may have had some sort of contact from your ex here, and it's almost like you're throwing your hands up in the air going, oh, I just can't seem to shake this person. Now, deep down in your heart, you know that this is not your person, but there's something magnetic about them is what they're giving me. You may even, interesting message I'm getting, wow. Okay, now Virgo, I don't want to say something that is really obvious. I hate things like that. And, you know, Virgos are supposedly clean freaks. A lot of you are going, what do you mean supposedly? We are. I'm just smelling bleach. Okay, and it's not from where I am. Bleach is way downstairs, so with no bleach here, but I'm smelling bleach. So if you're actually cleaning with bleach at this moment when you're listening to this message, then maybe there's something in here for you. Again, as I said, it's an obvious thing to say. I really don't like saying it, but that's what I'm smelling. So I'm smelling bleach. But it could also mean I'm connecting to an energy of cleansing, okay? Completely eradicating the ex. Yeah, it's really strong. And it says the time has come to clear that energy. So this person may come back into your life occasionally and text you. It may be out of boredom that this person texts you, because when you kind of message them back, they don't really invest once you start messaging them again, you know. It sort of takes off for a little while and then they're kind of gone again, is what they're giving me. Now, some of you may be also going through a breakup at this time. I'm getting a very precise message for somebody, and it's okay. Again, don't shoot the messenger, Virgo. What I'm getting is you may be separating at this present moment in time from a karmic lesson, and you know who your soulmate is, but you're not with that soulmate at this present time. Now, this is a very precise message for somebody out there. They're showing me you releasing your ex, as in the karmic. You learned your lessons, and it's time to just completely clear and clean that energetic field so that you can allow this soulmate to come in. Now, I'm getting the energy, but they're saying select few. So this may be for a select few of you, where you already know your soulmate. And again, this bleach is so strong. You know your soulmate, and you're not with them at this present moment in time. You were separated. Could even be that you know your twin flame and you're separated, and you've taken on a karmic lesson, and so has your soulmate, and you're releasing that at this present time. Now, I don't often get that energy with this card. This is very precise for somebody, because they're saying not all, okay? But what they are giving me here is even if you think about an ex, they're still in your energetic field. Now, this has been coming up a lot for a couple of the signs. This energy of release, and it's also, it's like, what they're giving me is, when a Virgo decides to walk away from a relationship, it really is a clean break. And that's what they're talking about with the bleach. That's what they're giving me just now. It's really, when you're done and done. But there is one, it feels like there is one person in particular, because that you know is your soulmate, because it says calling in your soulmate. Okay, and it says here, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Now, this is something that is divinely guided, and I really feel, Virgo, from this energy that I'm getting here, is that you know this person, you know your soulmate or your twin flame. I'm really getting quite strong vibes that this is a very deep bond, but you're not with your soulmate as of yet. So it's time to call that person in, but you cannot do that unless this has happened, okay? Releasing your soul. Okay, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. What they're highlighting to me in this is this piece of paper. There was a soul contract between you and a karmic lesson, and you need to release that soul contract now, or you're in the process of doing it, and you need to just get rid of any residue before you can fully be on the vibrational pull with your soulmate. Now, you and your soulmate may have been in separation after meeting some time ago, and they're asking me to look at this card deeply, so I just won't be a moment. I'm just going to check for you. Okay, what they're giving me here is something about gold leaves, gold leaf or gold leaves. I mean, gold leaf, I think you can paint with it, or do something creative with it, or perhaps gold leaf, maybe it's decorative on food items that you can eat, I think. I'm not sure, but maybe you're actually working with gold leaf at this present moment in time when you listen to this message. If you are, then there's something in this message for you, or perhaps that's your profession, you do something with gold leaf, or you've got something decorative recently that's gold leaves or something like that. They're just showing me gold leaf, okay? But basically, now is the time to call in your soulmate. Your vibrations are very high and very energized is what they're giving me. And it feels like your soulmate is now ready also, okay? This person is also releasing. They may have been... They may have been wearing a kind of a mask, and not in a false way. What they're giving me here is they may have had their boundaries quite high when they met you originally, and it just wouldn't work. No matter how much you tried, it wouldn't work. But they were giving me here, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership, okay? So again, this is with your soulmate. They're just giving me, it didn't work first time round. It didn't work first time round, that's the words they're giving me. It didn't work first time round. And there may have been a couple of goes at it, is because they're giving me round is the energy. Okay, thank you so much. What they're giving me here is, when you both met, you and this person, one of you was very much all about the love, Virgo, and the other was very much about career, or money, building castles in the sky. They're really showing me this castle right in the corner. So one of you, it felt very much like you were not on the same vibe here when you first met. But now your vibrations and your frequencies are matching. There is a recognition that there is more to life than just career and money. And it's now about the smaller things in life, the finer things in life, stopping to smell the roses, living in the present, and recognizing that a soulmate and love is the most important. So both of you are on the same frequency at this present moment in time. Now we also have express your love, okay? So it feels like releasing this karmic lesson allows you to move forward, because it was a karmic contract that you had with somebody. You were meant to meet the person that you're releasing, but it was to teach you and that other person some growth lessons before you could match on the vibe with your actual soulmate is what they're giving me. Okay, so express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Now, what I'm getting here is that one or both of you, because I'm getting an energy. Now, if this is not you, then this is not your reading. What they're giving me here is you know your soulmate and you were not in communication with this person perhaps for some time, or it was intermittent. It was not... It's like you or this person have been quite silent. Perhaps you may have sent a message and then it wasn't reciprocated for a while, and then vice versa. Or they may have messaged you and you're like, no, I'm not going down that route because I'm with somebody else right now. Because you don't want to do the dirty on the person, the karmic lesson that you were in at that present time. I hope this is making sense here. The person you're releasing here, release your ex, is not your soulmate. I just want to clarify because they're just giving me the messages. I'm trying to stream them, but they're coming all at once. Express your love. They're asking me to look at this card deeper, so I'm going to. One moment, please. Okay. Okay, so what they're giving me here is, with express your love, what they're actually giving me here is you need to be very truthful in the situation. And Virgo, I expect nothing less from you, speaking your truth there. But if you felt there was some sort of shadow hanging over your relationship with this person, you need to call it verbally. Because what they're giving me here is the other person is not a mind reader, and also you are not a mind reader. You have a very deep bond and it is very psychic with this person, but there's certain things that you may want to clear the air with, or clear the deck with, as it were, before you start. There seems to be a shadow hanging over both of you from the past. It may be a miscommunication. They're just highlighting this shadow that is kind of lurking here. And both of the figures looking into each other's eyes, but there's still this shadow that's lurking. And even though it is a shadow here of this feminine figure, what they're giving me here is there is something that needs to be discussed between you and your soulmate to get it all out in the open. Now, they're also giving me very strange, well, not strange, but an image of a plant, and they're calling it yucca, a yucca plant, spiky. Yeah, so I mean, did you buy that for your person? Do you grow these? Does your person grow these? Yucca plant, I'm not even sure if it's something for healing. Also, bizarre. Also, they're giving me pepper, like pepper that you, like salt and pepper. Perhaps you're allergic to pepper, or you're just using pepper. Something to do with pepper, anyway. Not the vegetable, but the powder pepper, as salt and pepper. That's what they're giving me here. So they really want you to express how you truly feel when this person comes on in with some communication. We're just going to check and see the overall energy and who's going to be calling who first, or messaging. Whoa. Every time, my beautiful Virgo, the Strength card always comes up. Just a little reminder that you are incredible and that you should know your worth. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? Ooh. Okay, interesting. It's so interesting. I just had a Scorpio reading. Perhaps your person is Scorpio, or they've got a placement in Scorpio, whatever, because Chariot ended up in the exact same position, which means there is like a non-action. Nobody's talking to somebody. It's like a stalemate. It's quite interesting energy. But that is the energy to overcome for the month of August. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Oh, wow. Interesting. again, maybe something in the Scorpio reading, because both those two cards, the Chariot and the Devil, they were in different placements, but they still turned up. So perhaps you have a Scorpio placement in some way. Now we have the Strength card, which is the overall energy, the energy that is propelling you forward, that protagonist position there. And this is about knowing your worth, as I said before. It's Leo energy, self-love, self-respect, and, you know, having your standards really high. I expect nothing less from you, Virgo. And this is about having courage. So you're moving forward, having the courage to release any karmic contracts that you had with people in the past. And what I'm getting here is that there was somebody that you're releasing who actually chipped away at your self-worth. Okay, so this was a karmic lesson. This person, it was meant, there was meant to be lessons learned here, but they were very painful lessons, and they may have knocked your ego. And I don't mean ego in a negative sense. I mean, you know, your idea of self. They may have told you that you were not enough, or in some way they chipped at your confidence. They made you see stuff that wasn't there, that was their projections. Okay, they made you doubt your heart. And in some cases, this is, I don't like it. It's like really frenetic energy I'm getting here. In some cases, they made you doubt your mind. So they played mind games with you. Okay. Now, yes, that was very painful and you learned a lot of lessons there. But they're showing me that there is some sort of residue left over from this past person who was not meant for you. Now, this person may have played mind games, may still continue to contact you, or make life difficult for you in some way. Okay, because there needs to be forward motion here for you to connect with your soulmate. And your soulmate is what they're giving me. Your soulmate would never have chipped away at your sense of self in that way. So you may have been feeling very bruised, but you're regaining your power and your strength and your courage to move forward. But there is a resistance, okay? Because we have that Chariot card in the antagonist position. So this is a resistance to move forward, okay? So you may feel like it's time to regroup your energy, lick those wounds, and recognize that, yeah, maybe someone made a bad choice here. I feel like it was your soulmate made a bad choice initially and either rejected you or in some way ghosted you and left you reeling. And you're like, okay, I feel the bond, but I can't make my soulmate be mature enough to accept this connection. And you or they may have gone into karmic relationships. And you're both in separation, okay? But there is a release here of those relationships, those karmic lessons. This Cancerian energy is all about the emotions, okay? Very sensitive time here. It is sensitive for you to move forward, and you're resisting it, but it will lead to a lot of growth. And again, it's the same in the Scorpio read. I get this card all the time, and twice today they're giving me this energy of the hands with the eyes on the hands, which is to move forward with truth, you know, open-handed. Okay, it's almost like both of you and your soulmate coming back together in order to come in truth and be unguarded with each other. Authenticity is what it's almost like. There's no threat here. See, I have nothing in my hand apart from my heart, my soul, and my intuition. That's the energy I'm getting. There'll be a lot of growth here when there is moving forward. Yeah, both your light and your dark. This person accepts your light and your dark without question. They don't judge you or anything like that. You feel really safe with this person. But in the past, it just didn't work. Someone chose the wrong route and left you hanging. And there may have even been a miscommunication here where both of you were at loggerheads thinking the wrong thing about each other. Bizarre. Okay. Now thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. There's some sort of connection to the Scorpio reading because they gave me this novel Wuthering Heights, and they've just said it again, and it's about this character, Heathcliff character, and Kathy, how they were meant to be together, but one overheard something, a part of a conversation, and misconstrued the whole situation and felt rejected by the love of their life, and therefore went into a spiral, went off with somebody else, learnt loads of lessons, but deep down they were always meant to be together, and it was a tragic ending. What they're showing me is this book, and that you can rewrite the script, as it were. That's maybe a message for somebody in particular, because maybe it's your favorite novel or something, because there's a reason why they're bringing that up, and they brought it up in the Scorpio reading as well. So the unifying energy is the Devil card. Okay, that Devil card is about releasing any toxic cycles. Okay, in order to move forward, this is Capricorn energy, and this is that somebody may have a placement in that arena. So it may be codependency, is what they're giving me when I touch this card. Codependency. The candle, there was a bit of a breeze here and the candle just moved, so they were highlighting codependency here for me. But it is a case of masks are off, okay, and revealing the authentic self, coming in truth, and your person is releasing any, they're still career oriented, but they're releasing the hold that it had on them. And now they're ready for love, is what they're giving me here. We're going to go deeper and find out. Okay, thank you. What they're saying is, finally, you and they will actually see each other for real. Because it feels like your person may have created a persona for their career, or persona in some way, in order to protect them from real love, because this person's self-worth was also very low, and they created a persona like nothing touched them. They were untouchable. Nobody hurts me, you know, I'm doing my own thing, nobody gets in, that sort of thing. Well, actually, this person was very deeply wounded, but they never showed it. This person may have even dealt with their pain very silently, alone. Nobody, not even their friends or family, saw this side of them, is what they're giving me. Now I'm going to go deeper, and what they were saying with that is that you got close to understanding it, and they didn't want to recognize it, they didn't want to deal with it, they didn't want it projected to them in any way, because they were in trauma, and they were not mature enough to want to deal with that. So they pushed you away because you got too close, and it was a missed opportunity, is what they're giving me. Missed opportunity. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know with regards to this love situation? Thank you so much. And here comes the communication. Oh, we got the Devil as well at the bottom there. So this is about... So I just need to get the energy of it. Why did they give this to me? Okay, thank you so much. What they're giving me is that they're very much bonded to you. Okay, and they felt that their bond to you was a toxic cycle. They felt because they could not work it with you, that they felt you were the karmic lesson, and that somebody else perhaps was a soulmate. But now they've recognized they were wrong. They made the wrong decision, and you were the soulmate, is what they're giving me. That's that's a very precise message for somebody, because that they've just said not for all. Okay, so if your person does not have another person, then maybe that message is not for you. Anyway, we have the Page of Swords. So I got the energy at the beginning that they're going to come in and speak to you. They're going to bring in some communication here. The swords are about communication, and that Page of Swords is often a lurker. So this person has been keeping tabs on you in some way, whether it's through friends or social media. They've been checking up on you to see where you're at, because they know that you are a missed opportunity, okay? But this person, very interesting. I never get this energy with this. This person's quite noble in terms of, if they see that you were with someone, they back off. They lurk until you're ready to come to them, because they know that you're their soulmate also. And it's just they're waiting for the right time. So they know well, they're feeling energetically that now is the time to come on in and speak to you, is what they're giving me. And they're also giving me these words, birds of a feather flock together. Now that came up in a general reading a couple of days ago. Birds of a feather flock together. So this person sees you as their counterpart, but also there's, okay, thank you so much. It's about nesting, okay? They coming home to roost. They feel you are home and you feel like they are home, okay? That's what they're giving me here. You're home. But they're coming on in to communicate with you. For those of you interested, I'm using the Doreen Virtue Romance Angels to open the spread. The White Witch Tarot to gauge the overall energy of the month of August. And now the details are the Rider-Waite Tarot. Thank you so much. Yeah, okay. So the Eight of Cups is in the upright position. And once you walk away from anything that does not serve you, this allows you to use that Chariot energy, take charge of your direction, and come forward in communication to match this person, if that's indeed what you want to do. We all have free will and time is fluid, so you get to decide your overall outcome, but the trajectory that you're on at this present moment in time, this is the opportunity that you have, is to connect to this soulmate, okay? But what you need to do is release your ex, as you can see. Release any residue, walking away from anything that emotionally left imbalance, or you know, that, sorry, they're just giving me, yeah, that you felt something was missing from, okay, is what they're giving me. So interesting, because they asked me to count the cups on the card. I mean, I've never done that. An Eight of Cups is an Eight of Cups, but actually, as you can see, 2, 4, 6. Oh no, there is 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, well, they said there's something missing. There's something missing. So, okay, I understand. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. So I understand. Okay, they said, let's count the cups. There's something missing. And it's the 9th cup. 9th cup is your wish fulfillment. Okay, so the person that you were with who chipped away at your personality, who was your karmic lesson, they were not your wish fulfillment. They were not your first choice at love, is what they're giving me here. And you're walking away from them, which allows communication to open with your soulmate. This sounds very complex. Whoever this Virgo is that I'm honing on the energies, this is very complex energy. There's a real vibe of missed opportunity, but now is the time. It's all coming together. Look at that. All coming together. The Emperor is arriving. Okay? This is Aries energy. This is about respect. It's about planning for the future. The Emperor knows what they want. They are in high vibe, and they're boldly leading. They come towards you. Okay? So this person is now grown up. They have become wiser. Interesting. Okay. So what they're giving me here is the Emperor energy is very much quite strategic, very analytical. This person hid their feelings. They buried their feelings away, and they were impenetrable by anybody but you. And they've gone away and they've become world weary. They're almost jaded with love, is what they're giving me, because it doesn't seem to work with anybody but you. And they're highlighting this gold coin, this gold nugget here. And they recognize that they just haven't been able to get rid of that golden nugget of feeling for you. They cannot. You touch them in a way that nobody else has. And that has stayed with them. It's almost like a precious... Okay, they're again saying gold leaf. Gold leaf. Maybe this person gave you a gold leaf or a trinket that was a gold leaf or something. I don't know. They're saying gold leaf. It's very precise. But what this person, they just cannot. They've carried a bit of you with them all the time, is what they're giving me here. But they're very stubborn in their energy. They may have not have come forward towards you, but they are now. Now they've got the courage because they recognize You're the one. That's what they're giving me. You're the one. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know with regards to their love situation? Can you please guide them for August? Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. So we have the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands is about protecting yourself, okay? When this person comes on in to communicate, there'll be an initial knee-jerk reaction is what they're giving me, Virgo. Knee-jerk reaction, wanting to protect yourself, because you're actually, you're just gaining your power back after a very tough relationship from the past. And you're like, you're strong enough to take on this soulmate, but you feel a little bit defensive. Perhaps because there is something, some sort of shadow that I mentioned earlier in that card. Something needs to be cleared in the air before you can proceed with your soulmate. Something, because both of you have got very, very passionate personalities. You care so deeply about each other, but also you're both on tenterhooks. What word is that? Tenterhooks. I don't know what that is, but they're giving me that. So it leads to a lot of sensitivity, okay? Both of you have the ability to hurt and wound each other quite easily, even though there is no malice or any hurt intended. It's because you care so much for each other and you have a lot of passion for each other that sometimes you just wound each other because you're both so open with each other. So you may feel like that you want to protect yourself from this person. Now we do have the Page of Wands, and it is in reverse. Okay, when we get this in reverse, they're giving me two energies here. One is immaturity, okay, because that's in the upright position. It's someone who is like new to passion. This is an old passion that still burns brightly, but also they're giving me here that this person may have been very immature and not been ready to, it's almost like it was a false start in the connection. In some way, they rejected the connection. They may have even got bored very easily. And this is when they were younger and they sort of just, their eye did not wander towards somebody else. It feels very much like they chose their career. The Page of Wands is often about, you know, creative new projects and things like that coming on in. And this person seems to have chosen maybe a passionate lifestyle, trying to achieve something that was deep in their heart, that they were strongly emotional about. They chose that over love, and they abandoned love in some way in order to go for a dream or go for money or something, and they left you standing, and you're like, what? You knew that this person was your soulmate, and you've been waiting. Now, Virgo, you haven't been waiting per se. You haven't been standing, you know, by the seashore and darning your socks at night, at midnight, waiting for this person. You definitely have not been doing that. You've been getting on with your own life, okay? But deep down, there has been a feeling in you, no matter who you've been with, no matter who this other person has been with, there's a deep down feeling that one day we will be back together again, okay? And this is the energy that is happening. But as you can see, the Chariot is in the antagonist position. So you need to take charge of the situation. You need to, well, they're giving me that is the energy to override. When this person comes on in to communicate with you and they want to speak their truth, because swords are about, you know, when it's in the upright, it's about the truth. This person wants to reveal everything and tell you how they feel. So you have been secretly waiting, well, that's what they're giving me from here, secretly waiting for this moment, but you recognize it takes two to tango, and it takes two for the right moment to evolve before you can both, excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice in a very strange way. So it feels like someone is shying away from speaking up, but the time is now, okay? The time is now to expand on your passion with this person and communicate back with them. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? Woo! Now that's powerful energy. So we have the 10 of coins that flew on the floor there. How would you like to receive these? Okay, thank you so much. So Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, Knight of Cups in reverse. This person's going to come on in and they're going to speak to you and they're going to tell you their truth, but right now they're not going to reveal their feelings of love for you. And that might be the reason why you're hesitant. Okay, and why I sort of lost my voice a little bit there, because this person, there was an immaturity when you broke up with this person, or when this person broke up with you, and there was it feels like a bratty kind of like childish energy between the two of you. Okay, so it really feels like this person doesn't want to reveal exactly how they feel right now. They're going to. They're just giving me, this is the foundation read, they're just giving me the energy of what we're dealing with at this present time, and then we're going to go to the Fountain Tarot to get the outcome of the situation. But this person's going to come on in and tell you their truth. They want to speak to you. But you may not hear about how they feel about you. This is the 3rd week of August they're giving me. So still, you'll get some communication, but they won't actually reveal any feelings just yet. Yeah, look at that. So when we have that 4 of Wands in the reverse, it's like there was an argument. The reason why it didn't work is because there was this like immature arguing kind of behavior, bickering at each other for nothing in particular. Now, both of you may have even thought about marriage, because this is your halfway to marriage card in the upright, but it's in reverse. So perhaps both of you felt at the time, I could never possibly see myself marrying this person. So this person cannot be the one. But as it transpires, both of you now recognize, actually, you are soulmates, is what they're giving me here. King of Wands. Yeah, this person wasn't ready at that present moment in time. When you got that King of Wands in the reverse, it's there is a weakness. They don't really want to settle down. They're not ready to invest at that present moment in time. And also, they didn't have the courage. That's what they're giving me. They didn't have the courage to commit to a full-time relationship because they felt it would get in the way of like an entrepreneurial type business. When we have that King of Wands in the upright position, this is an entrepreneur who boldly leads forward with charm, courage, power, that sort of thing. And they felt that a relationship, because it's back to back with this card, it was almost like they were always saying, I'm never getting married. I am never getting married, because it would get in the way of business. That person's changing their perception right now, okay? Yeah, they may have chosen a third-party situation over you, and they're releasing it at this present time. Also, 3 of coins there in the reverse. This person gave you no support when they were with you the first time round. And they may have chosen to go another way, believing that person to be the soulmate. And they were wrong. They recognize they chose badly. They chose unwisely. And they're releasing at this present moment in time. They see you, this is the position moving forward, they see you as the 10 of Pentacles. They want to invest here with you, okay? This is it's like they want ultimate investment here with you, and they, it's like they want to grow old with you, like pool money, have retirement, that sort of thing. They want to leave a legacy with you. Sorry, they were asking me to look at this card a little bit deeper, so I'm just going to. One minute, please. Okay. So they're giving me, number one, they're highlighting this bridge for me. So it may be symbolic is why they're giving me the bridge, which is, bridge over troubled waters at the time. And you both decided that it wasn't worth it, or it wasn't working. But it's like it's all Water under the bridge. It's moved on. Okay, I understand. So it's like all those tense feelings and everything, it's all under the bridge. It's all in the past. Okay, this person wants to move on from the past and they want to invest with you is what they're giving me. Also, they're giving me Paris. Okay, they're actually showing me like the Eiffel Tower, or perhaps that means they want to. Okay, thank you so much. They're giving me Paris. Perhaps you and this person talked about going to Paris, or how romantic Paris would be. Or perhaps you are planning a trip to Paris, or were before all this madness happened around the world. Something about Paris, they're just giving me that. But also, there's something involving a child. It's like a secret. Okay, what they're doing here, they're highlighting right in this corner a little child. I've never seen a child in this card before. I look at it all the time, but they guide me to where I should look to. And just hidden there in the corner is this little child. So I'm not sure what that's to do with, but there could be some sort of reveal that comes through that your person may have a child, or that you do and you haven't told them, or that perhaps... yeah, something involving a child is what they're giving me here. They want to go again with this deck, so that's interesting. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know? August 2020, can you please guide them? What do they need to know for their highest good? Can you please guide them? Ooh, thank you so much. So we have the Five of Cups, okay? So Five of Cups is about walking away from anything that does not serve you. And it's a success, you know, moving on. It's also a reunion card, okay, just to let you know there. Yeah, they said show them together, and I just picked up the other one, which is the Ten of Cups. So the Five of Cups in the reverse is, you know, fives are obstacles. So when it's in the reverse there, it's actually a positive card. It's about getting over any obstacles. Hope returns. There has to be forgiveness, but it is a moving on, okay? And also, yeah, it is, when you're in the upright position with this card, it's about abandonment, feeling unloved. It's completely the opposite. This person wants to come towards you. They want to give you their cup of love, excuse me, and they want to return with hope, okay? They want to recover this connection. But so interesting, when I come to that Knight of Cups again, this person has real trouble expressing their feelings, their emotions. So I'm losing my voice again as I hover over that Knight of Cups. This person, it's very hard for this person. They're highlighting, yeah, they're highlighting that Emperor. It's very hard for this person to really express themselves. They feel so deeply for you. They are completely in love with you. They want the big romance. They want everything. They want it all. They want to settle down, have a family if that's what you want. It doesn't mean about children, but it could be, you know, have a family of cats or dogs or whatever. You know, they want to be with you no matter what. They want you. And this is, you know, total love and support, and just, yeah, they just want, they're happy ever after with you, Virgo. And, but they struggle to communicate this. As you can see, the only swords, and again, it relates so much to Scorpio, so maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio or someone with a Scorpio placement. The only swords that are on the board at the beginning of August, where this person kind of connects, reaches out to you, but they just don't speak their feelings at this present time. But it's all there. It's just bubbling onto the surface. I think this person is going to reveal all, though. Let me see when that is. Okay. So just to let you know, I'm using the Fountain Tarot to get the overall outcome for this situation. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? Yep. Look at that. Tower and Knight of Coins. Okay, now, first of all, just to highlight, the only knight I would prefer to coming towards me when it comes to love is the Knight of Pentacles. okay? So it may be slow. This person has a big problem expressing their emotions. They really feel deeply, but verbalizing it, not so much. They'll get there, but it's going to be slow. We'll come to that Knight in a moment. But first of all, the Tower. Okay, everyone screams when they hear the Tower moment. They're like, not another one. But this is about an unwanted change, okay? And it is an unwanted change in that stubborn energy needs to be shifted, okay? So when you have a Tower come in, what it means is that if either person is being stubborn and resisting change, we got that Chariot in the antagonist position, okay? That Chariot is about moving forward. It's about taking charge, taking action. And if that is in the resisting section of the reading, the universe has to intervene and make you feel uncomfortable to move forward. So in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, two figures leap from a tower into the unknown, okay? That tower has been hit by a lightning bolt. It opens the crown chakra, but it sets the tower on fire, and the two figures have to leap out of that building, because if they don't and they stay where they are and be stubborn, they get burnt, and that's painful, okay? So to stay where you are is painful. To not acknowledge that you love this person, and for them to not acknowledge that they love you deeply and want to be with you forever, it's painful. So the universe has to send an uncomfortable occasion or moment in order to release the stagnant energy, okay? So that has to happen. And then and this is not just for you, okay, Virgo? This is for your person. Along they come to invest in this connection fully, okay? This is a reliable investment. This person, yes, it's taken patience. Yes, it's taken a lot of hard work. Both of you had to go off, learn your lessons, and come back together. But what they're giving me here is this is divinely guided. You may have even known each other from past lifetimes, because they're showing me the pyramid there. But it is a solid investment. This person means business. They really want to be with you. They want to grow with you. They want growth with you. They want the relationship to go to the next level. Again, they're highlighting that the Emperor means business, okay? This coin, it's emulated the same way in this these two cards, even though they're different cards, but they're highlighting that this person really does mean business. And again, they're saying gold leaf. Okay, so maybe this person works in gold leaf. Maybe they're an artist or something, or you are, or in some way deals with that. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What else do they need to know before we close the reading? Can you please guide them with regards to, thank you so much. Again, we got the Emperor. So yeah, this person is releasing their power, and they actually really do mean business. They want to lift the lid on everything. It's like an expose of who they are, who they hid from you, the mask that they showed you, why they did that, the trauma that they were dealing with, why they ran away. You know, they want to lift the lid on it all. They're strong enough to do it now, and they mean business. Okay, they want to come back, respect you. They want to grow old with you. They want to lead forward and be strong with you in leadership, in a relationship. Now, this person the trauma that this person, you may have triggered some sort of trauma in this person because you got very deep to them, and they may have triggered some sort of trauma with you also, in terms of a father figure, okay? Because we got the Emperor on the board twice. There is a mirror trigger energy here. So you or the person or both may have triggered father figure issues from past in some sort of trauma, and that's why it led to a stagnant energy with both of you. Okay, they have asked me to go one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know with regards to this connection? Thank you so much. Yeah, it's out of balance at the moment because you're both not in contact, okay? Temperance is a Sagittarian energy, and it's like both you and them, when you're together, you kind of feel a bit out of control. And Virgo, if there's one thing you don't like, it's being out of control. And I get the energy that the same for your person, okay? But when you come together, it feels like the emotions are so strong they could overwhelm you. It makes them feel also out of control. And that's why they sort of bolted, as it were. Because it's overwhelming. They're just giving me because it's overwhelming. And also, okay, thank you so much. They want me to show it in the upright position. The downloads here, that spiritual beam coming. This person knew that you were the one. And Virgo, so did you. But one of you or both of you in the connection denied the connection, didn't listen to the spiritual whisper. And it led to a lot of time wasted. No, they've corrected me, thank you. No, they said it was meant to happen for lessons, karmic lessons to happen there. They want me to go again, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guide. I'm sorry if it goes on a little bit longer than usual, but I'm here for the length of the reading that they want to talk. So I won't rush the messages. I know a lot of you are saying, please do shorter messages, but I can only be here and do what I'm guided to do. I am doing major quickies. There we go. Yeah, look. I am doing major quickies in between for people on the go, but my usual messages, you get the full set. Okay, so we got the Six of Coins, as you can see, is the Six of Cups, as you can see, is correct me, went look at it again. I thought, okay, Six of Cups, and that is the reunion card. Okay, this is about coming back into balance with each other. There was always something missing. There's 5 cups there at the bottom, and you both holding that 6th cup that actually, when you have a look inside, there is growth there. Again, they're giving me yucca plant. Okay, I'm gonna look that up afterwards. Yeah, you're back in balance. 6 is the number of love also. Okay, so this is your reunion card. You're coming back into balance with each other, and it was meant to be. Okay, it was divinely guided. Also, they're showing me that if you had overstretched yourself in some way, or in some way the connection with this person was out of balance initially, it's coming back and recalibrating. It'll be back in balance there for you. Ooh, sorry. And yeah, we got the 4 of Coins, which is investment. Okay, that's long-term security right there. So as you can see, reunion, this person wants they want long-term security with you, and they want to be all in. Okay, solid investment there. They're thinking of the future when it's with that card, the 4 of Coins. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, they've asked me to leave it there, so I will. I'm just going to give you a final message through the Wisdom of the Oracle cards. Any advice for my beautiful Virgo before we close the reading for August 2020? Can you please guide them? What do my beautiful Virgos need to know? Do you want that card? No. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to... You want that one, don't you? Yeah. Okay. What did I say right at the beginning? I love it when Spirit does that. Truly grateful. Thank you so much. This person feels like you're home. You are home. And dig deep, Virgo, but they're giving me that you feel like this person is also home. And we've got no place like home. Okay, very powerful stuff. Also, 50 is the number of the card, and 5, it reduces to 5. Okay, so that means obstacles had to be overcome before there is this reunion. Okay, this person has kept a light on for you since they met you. They cannot let go of you. You've always felt like home. There is a peace about you and their connection, and they've always kept this light shining for you, no matter where they've been, no matter how hard they've tried to get rid of the connection. It's still there, and it's the same as you. They're asking me to look closely at the flower, so I'm just going to... Violets. Okay, violets. Okay, violets. Okay, so maybe the name Violet or... is important, or violets as the flower are important. Well, they're very, very different messages here. One is violets. Maybe it's the name, maybe it's the sweets, the candy, or maybe violet, the flower. But they're also giving me that song, this sweet jasmine's in bloom. Sweet jasmine, it's a line. I don't want to sing to you. I don't want to bore you with my singing. But anyway, so maybe you have a jasmine plant or something. Something about this person, they always have trouble sleeping. Jasmine. Okay, jasmine plant is for sleeping, they're giving me. And this person, your soulmate, always had trouble sleeping, or you do. But when you were together, there was no problem sleeping. It's almost like this person's always known and felt that there's something missing. That's a very precise message for somebody out there. I'm going to read from the book because I don't want to tell you anything wrong, my beautiful Virgo. Number 50. And you got it in the upright. So it's authenticity. Wow, there we go. Authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. Home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity, aspects of yourself that no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, and yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. Relationship message. Lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that it is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the best aspects of familiarity now. Be home in this relationship. Together you add to the love of the world. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, I think that even clarifies this message, very important. So definitely resonates to the beginning of this message of you and your strength and authenticity, and that open of hands, coming in truth, authenticity with the eyes on the hands. Very, very important message. Okay, I'm just going to give you a trinket before we go, my beautiful Virgo. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know with regards to this? You're kidding me. Wow. Definitely something in the Scorpio message. Look, the Scorpio, this exact trinket came up. Okay, two hearts beating as one, soulmate energy, two hearts intertwined, and yeah, it was always meant to be is what they're giving me here. Always meant to be. So they actually want this on the Six of Cups, the reunion card. Coming back into balance, having learnt lessons and being more mature in order to reconnect and have those two hearts back entwined again. Now also we've got musical notes. So what they've just given me here is no matter where you have been, no matter where this other person has been, they have always heard your soul song. Wow, that is quite something. So this energetic connection, wow, this is really powerful stuff. They've always reciprocated and heard your soul song. They've not been able to get you out of their mind, and vice versa. I never get that with this trinket. I always think about it as being music, raising your vibrations. But this is about you two, you both sing each other's soul song. It's reciprocated, and you'll be back making sweet music together, I guess. But yeah, keep those wonderful vibrations high, because they're showing me that frequency is very important with this. They're showing me, energetic frequency with these notes. Very important because you're now matching each other's vibe. Where would you like this? They want it on the Emperor and the Chariot card, about taking charge, taking action, and, charging forward, doing something different in order to make a change in this connection so that it progresses forward. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, we'll leave it there. I hope there was something that resonated for some of you out there. If there was, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next message, and it lets me know that you resonated with the reading, which is very, very important for me. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, good luck with this situation, and love and light.